What's going on, hikers? In today's video, we are talking about 7 different tips, tricks, hacks, those kind of things in order to help you have a better time in the backcountry. Because our mission here on this YouTube channel is to help you increase your quality of life while you're out on trail. Now, if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you know, yes, my beard is gone, but it's on its way growing back. Actually, a number of these different tips today come from people like you. So keep blowing up the comments and sharing with me all your experiences. So starting off, the number one thing on our list today, no particular order here, but the first thing is keep your waterproofs on hand. And let me explain that real quick for you. Basically what that means is pack your backpack in a certain way so if it's going to start raining while you're out there, the things that you need in order to kind of stay waterproof or water resistant are on hand. What I like to do is in the mesh part of the outside of my backpack, I'll keep my rain jacket in there, or if I'm going to take a pack cover with me or an umbrella or some rain pants, anything like that needs to be easily accessible, and the mesh pocket on the back is the perfect place for me in order to reach those things very easily. Number 2 goes right along with that first tip. It is to pack your backpack so you know where everything is. And what this helps me with is not losing stuff. So when it comes to my gear, basically I like to put things in the same place every single time. So 1, I'm very organized. I know exactly where it is when I need it. And 2, whenever I'm packing up, hopefully that kind of triggers in my brain a little bit. And it's like, wait a second, the next thing that's supposed to go in here is this piece of gear. And where is that piece of gear? Well, it must be laying around here somewhere. So the second tip, utilize that one in order to save yourself the headache of losing some of that stuff. And when you need it, boom, you're gonna have it automatically. Our third tip today on this list is, well, and it might actually save your life. There's these things called Widowmakers. So if you look around me, you can see there's trees everywhere. If I'm gonna set up here around these trees, I wanna check up above me and make sure there's not just a chunk of tree that's about to fall and can land on top of me, especially while I'm sleeping, because then I'm never even gonna know it. Or it could be just a limb hanging up there. Maybe it fell off a tree and it's caught on another tree. Anything that could be lurking above. And I'm specifically talking about chunks of tree that are gonna kill me in my sleep. So those Widowmakers, aptly named, they're very dangerous. So you wanna make sure before you start setting anything up that you're looking up all around you to make sure that this is a good campsite for me to set up at. Our fourth tip today is to plan your trip out ahead of time. And what I like to do is I take my phone with me on every trip, and ahead of time, I like to plan out my trip on OneX Backcountry. They actually are today's video sponsor, and let's run inside real quick and I will show you exactly how I plan that trip out. We're here in the Stringer studio. Man, it is cold out there. But while we're inside, before we head back out, I want to show you a few of the features here on OneX. And as you can see, I'm on their website, which I will link in the description with my discount code. I'm going to start here using the free draw tool and hike from the picnic area all the way around the loop. And it's as easy as that. You just continue to drag the cursor exactly where you want to go, and you can add waypoints along the way. The best part is I have the app on my phone, right? And I can download while I'm here at the house using the offline mode. I can download all of the area that I'm considering going to, and it will be on my phone. I don't need internet, I don't need Wi-Fi, no cell phone service, anything like that whenever I'm out in the woods, because it's already on my phone. I have access to it, and it'll show me exactly where you want to go. Now, you don't have to utilize that tool. You can use the Discover tool. So I want to do Gray's Arch Loop. Check out this elevation profile. This is exactly what you're getting your hands or getting yourself into when you're out there. So it is color coordinated. Green is easy, red is hard, and you got anywhere in between. It's color coordinated on the map too. You can see red would be difficult. And it's going to give you a description of the area. You don't have to make your own map. You can just use this one along with some photos. I try not to spoil it all. You know, I don't want to look through every photo and see exactly what I'm going to see before I go out there, but some super cool stuff. Now you can do all this on your phone as well, utilizing the OneX Backcountry app. If you are going to check them out, make sure you use my code JS20. Again, it's in the description along with the website, or you can just download the app on your phone and do all this. I'll show you one other thing. I love checking out their 3D feature. And I use the satellite layer, but you can see there's some other layers you could choose from. And if we check out this area, looks like we could go along this ridge line, make a left and down into the valley in order to check out Gray's Arch, or we could do the entire loop. Again, I could check it out on my phone instead of here on the website. Either one works. So thank you so much, OneX Backcountry, for sponsoring today's video. Please check them out. Check out the description for more information. Let's head back outside and finish this video. The fifth thing on today's list is whenever you get back from your trip, what you want to do with all that gear is air it out. And as you can see from the picture I have posted here, I like to just sprawl it out everywhere, especially anything that might be wet. And what that's going to do is allow it to dry out, because the way I store it, it could definitely get moldy if I put it in there wet. You could actually ruin some of your equipment, and that could be one of the worst things, because then you're having to replace it. So make sure, even if it's for, I don't know, I like to do it at least overnight, but even if it's for a few hours, let that equipment all air out and then put it away for storage. The sixth thing on today's list is whenever you get to camp and you have things that are down, like a jacket similar to this, or maybe your sleeping bag or your top quilt or under quilt if you're hammocking, you want to let those things really fluff back up. And what's happened is you stuck them in your backpack and they're all compressed. In order to hold their insulation value, what they need to do is puff back out. So instead of setting up right before I'm about to go to bed, I like to set up camp pretty early whenever I first get there, and then by the time I'm ready to go to sleep, everything that I have, especially my sleeping bag, has all fluffed back up, and it's going to keep me nice and toasty warm through the night. Number 7 on today's list, actually we have a little bonus tip after this one, so it's kind of gross. You may want to hear it, you may not, but stay tuned for it. Let's take care of number 7 first. Number 7 on today's list is if you are going to sleep in camp socks, which almost every single time I go backpacking, I'll either take down booties or I will take some like wool blend socks. If you are going to wear those to sleep in, you want to buy them just a little bit bigger. And the idea is if they're too tight, they'll restrict the blood flow on your feet while you're sleeping. And that is terrible, because you want really good blood flow in order to keep your feet warm. That's the whole point of the socks. Now for our bonus tip, it's about peeing. And I have 2 tips for peeing here. It wouldn't be a backpacking experience without some pooping in the woods. So if you can, try peeing before you go number 2. And if you're a guy, you don't want to pee on your britches if they're going to be around your ankles while you're squatting to poop. And secondly, try to pee before you go to bed. And if you do that, you might stay a little warmer through the night, because your body doesn't have to warm up that urine inside your bladder and keep it warm, along with trying to keep the rest of your vital organs warm. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give me one of these. Comment below. I love reading your all's comments and talking back and forth with you, and they help make videos like this one, which is almost exclusively users' comments in order for the tips. I always learn something. Like I said, if you enjoyed, make sure you give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.